Hello, welcome guys. This is your student Harshavardhan here, and today I'm going to be talking about my internship course in KGPTI, Bangalore. KGPTI Bangalore is situated in Dasaralli in Bangalore, and it trains student mechanical engineers on CNC machines. So today's content is that I introduce you to KGTTI and tell you about the components of CNC they use in KGTTI. CNC working, CNC programming, cutting speed, speed rate, and feed. Charts on cutting speed, feed chart, interface, model created by me. And this model is created by me in KGTTI when I did my internship in KGTTI. So the full form of KGTTI, what is the full form of KGTI? Is that Karnataka German Technical Training Institute, and it is set up by Karnataka German Multi-Skilled Development Center, and it is a collaboration between Karnataka and German companies. The main objective of this company is to train young mechanical engineers who are about to go into the real world and give them a experience on how the real work industries, how the industries work. And this is an international institution like KGTPA, and it is located in Bangalore, Kalburgi, Belgavi, Mangalore, and Hubli. So, what is the mission and vision of KGTTI? The primary mission of KGTTI is the broad-based, multidisciplinary, world-class training programs in the various technical fields directed towards the development of specified skills in alignment with industry's requirements. KGTTI will train and produce high-quality, skilled workforce relevant to the current emerging labor market needs and promote entrepreneurship skills for young youth of Karnataka. So, KGTTI is the best option for your internship in Bangalore for the mechanical engineers who are opting to do their internship. So, KGTTI provides on the ground training, hands-on training with CNC machines, building and turning. So it is a very good opportunity to get hands-on training on various other skills and improve your technical skills as a mechanical engineer. So what is a CNC machine? So this is what CNC in KGTTI looks like. This is the same model which the KGTTI are using right now. The CNC machine is a machine which consists of a certain program which is run using Fanuc series. So the CNC machine is a process can be used to control a range of complex machineries like drilling, milling, boring, taper turning, etc. By the use of a CNC program, which is editable using the display that you see here. Sorry, here. The display that you see here. Using this display, you can enter the program and you can decide what type of a workpiece has to be produced in the machine. So the CNC machine might resemble a regular set of computer components, but the software programming and the controls of the controls employed in CNC machine distinguish it from all other forms of computations. Coming to the components, so I told you it resembles as same as the computer components, but the hardware of the CNC machine is quite different because it actually produces the workpiece as you type in the program and run it. Once you have completed the program, just save it and run the program. It produces the component. So hardware is definitely changed in a CNC machine. So first is the spindle. The spindle is directly coupled with the spindle motor and avoids an error direct drive mechanism. The high-speed spindle is specially designed to meet the requirement of small components machines with high precision and dynamics. So the spindle rotates at high speeds at 1300 1400 rpm revolutions per minute. So it has to be very precise. And in a CNC machine, the spindle rotates, but the tool does not rotate. The tool just acts on it. The spindle holds the workpiece, and the tool just operates on the workpiece. And coming to the saddle is the part of the CNC which is mounted on the linear motion. Linear motion. Linear motion guide waves provide for the linear motion of either x or y axis. So saddle provides the motion for x and y axis movement. The base is the base structure of the CNC on which the entire operation of the CNC is performed. It is made of a grid structure of cast iron because of good compressive strength and vibrational damping capacity. So it has the base of the CNC machine is made from a material which has high strength and vibrational damping capacity because of the rotation of the spindle. There's a lot of vibrations created. So hence to bring down the vibration, the base plate has been used. So the pallet is used to clamp or unclamp job pieces. It is mounted on a which are mounted on a saddle. So the saddle and the pellet are being mounted on the same grid level. They are particular, and the LM mounted on the base. This is if one is x-axis, then the other is y-axis. So if the saddle and the pellet are on the same plate, then if they are on the same axis, then it is going to be mounted on beside each other. If they are on different axis, they are going to be mounted differently. Automatic tool changer. The tool changer in an umbrella type servo. It is having a 12 tool magazine. The tool changer helps to change the tool. Like if you want to switch from boring operation to drilling operation, and from drilling operation to again taper turning operation, we have to use turning tool instead of drilling tool. So the automatic tool changer helps to change the tool as the work is in progress, which is also done by using a CNC program, which tells the CNC machine to change the tool. The headstock. So you can see the headstock. It is a support chuck and its mechanism. It possesses system which clamps and declamps of workpieces. So headstock is something which clamps the workpiece, that is holds the workpiece together, or it just lets go of it loose so that the workpiece can be removed after the program is complete. In the tailstock, the tailstock possesses the supporting element. It is also used for supporting the long job pieces, and also used for centering and drilling purposes. So the tailstock is used to center, if there is a diameter and it is not at its center of revolution, then the tailstock is used to center it, and to perform exact the dimensions of drilling operations on the workpiece. Coming to the turret assembly. The turret assembly is consists of the tool assembly. The different types of tool have been set in this turret assembly. Like one here, one part can be acquired by drilling tool. Here another part can be acquired by turning. As this is on basis of the CNC operator, he can do whatever he wants, and unless and until he knows what kind of tool is running in which assembly. So then he can put the same assembly in the CNC program and run it. It is used for holding the tools to carry out machining operations, as I told you. So controller contains Siemens and Fanuc. What is Fanuc is that it is the primary program which cannot be changed, which is embedded inside the CNC machine to control the CNC machine using our CNC program. So the Fanuc is like the basic level program. It is like a Java and C++, which is embedded inside the CNC machine. The pump. There are generally two pumps in a CNC machine. One is the hydraulic oil transmission, and other one is the coolant circulation pump. So there has to be a constant circulation of coolant in a CNC machine, so that the workpiece doesn't get heated up, and the tool and the tool or the workpiece can be damaged, which in turn can incur losses to the CNC machines. So in order to stop that, there is a pump. Two pumps are being used for cooling and for ch- hydraulic oil. For one is for cooling and another one is for hydraulic oil transmission. The motors, there are many different type of motors used mainly for revolving of chucks. Another two for bolt screw revolving after it, and motion of work table, that is pellet in X and Y axis. So X and Y axis, there has to be a very strong motor to run the spindle in a CNC machine. So that component is very important for a CNC machine. So why a CNC machine? Um, Flexibility is a very major component for a CNC machine. It means if you have to produce one component and then next day you have to produce a different component of different dimensions, then CNC machine is very useful and very easy to do that. It is very flexible, accuracy and robust. So instead of using a lathe machine, a manual lathe machine, a CNC machine can be very accurate and very robust and very good in its capabilities of producing a very high class workpiece. Less operator dependency. So operator once the operator has typed in a program and let it run, so the CNC machine will do everything on its own. So operator just has to change the tool once it gets wore. Easy in development in new products. So as I told you that when a new product has to be produced, you need to just change the program of the CNC machine to produce that product. The error compensation. So whenever you have any dimension error, so you can immediately fix it by giving it an offset. So what an offset is something like that. When there's a 2 mm increase in the dimension of certain area, you can just give it -2 mm in that axis. So -2 mm in x-axis direction, and then it will automatically get embedded into the program. So error can be easily overcome. So that is all about that error compensation. Uh, Absence of complex jigs and fixtures. So if there is any complex fixtures need to be done for the piece, it is also be possible by editing the program. ECM of complex profile machining. Ease of complex profile machining. Think like you have to produce a chest pan, and the chest pan has a lot of dimensioning, like on the top there has to be a round part, and then it has to go in. So it has a lot of complexity, but the CNC machine can handle such complexity, high productivity and interchangeability. So as I told you, the tool is when worn out has to be changed, but other than that it has high productivity. Once if the right coolant is used in a CNC machine, then there is no need to think about uh, anything, because the tool is going to be last for a very long time, at least 1,200 workpieces can be produced by the tool with a right amount of coolant, less rejections. So in a CNC machine, the only time you get rejection is when the tool is worn out and the dimension changes a little bit. Then you have to check using a vernier caliper, and then you can give an offset. So during that process, one or two workpieces can be you can be rejected because the dimension is exceeding the given ratio. What is the CNC programming? So CNC programming, it is a set of instructions given to a machine to perform a given task. The CNC programming includes alphabets from A to Z, numbers 0 to 9, symbols. How these symbols is something like hash or comma or zero. So these eight numbers, alphabets, and symbols are being controlled by using the G codes and N codes. Generating profile, creating those can those can be called G codes, generating profile creating. So G codes and M codes can only be understood by a CNC machine, which is obvious because if a CNC machine used Java or C++, it would only be another computer. But CNC machine can only understand G codes and M codes. So M code is a vary from machine to machine depending on the function available on it and manufacturing of the machine decides them. So G codes and M codes are something like the source program of a company. So if a company decides this machine is going to run and it can only understand these codes, then then produces a CNC machine based on that. So we have to use a program, a G code and M code based on that particular CNC machine. So what is cutting speed and feed rate? So cutting speed is the speed of a relative motion between the tool and the workpiece is the main direction of cutting. So cutting speed, whenever the turning tool is making a cut on the workpiece, at what rate the cutting has taken place, at what rate the workpiece is rotating, that is called as the cutting speed. It is the rate of rotation of the spindle where the tool is held. It is measured of revolutions per minute. So as I told you, the spindle holds the workpiece. Hmm. Spindle holds the workpiece and it locks in by using the chuck. So the spindle rotates at very high speeds. So the amount of speed the spindle rotates is called as a speed, and it is being measured in rotations per minute. The feed is the rate at which the tool is moved into the part or part into the tool. So feed rate is whenever you're using a drilling machine. Suppose you're using a drilling machine and the workpiece is held and it is being rotated at at a certain 1300 rpm. So when the drilling operation is made, the feed the if for 1 second, suppose it goes 1 mm deep, so that is called feed. If the feed rate changes, then the obviously the life of a tool it varies. The feed is measured in feet, inches, millimeters per time period. Depth of cut, the measurement of how wide and deep the cut into the workpiece. So if a drilling operation is made with a huge drill, then obviously the dimension of the workpiece is of the drill. The dimension of the drill is greater and deeper. So if it is 5 mm depth and 20 mm dia, so that is the dimension of the depth of cut. If that changes, then there has to be a different drill being used to drill that particular depth. And so this is the formula for the calculation of feed speed depth of cut. So it is VC is equal to pi into D into N divided by 1000, and it is it is in millimeters per minute. Cutting speed for milling, drilling, turning, and boring. So in a CNC machine, it's not like we are using only one material as a workpiece. We are using different materials, so that so the company in KGTTI has mandated a certain standard for cutting speed, milling, drilling, turning, and boring. So this is for steel, for a steel workpiece. So the tool HSS is 20 to 30. Bleached carbon is 60 to 90, and inserts is 80 to 120. This is the length of the inserts. The rough carbide is 200 to 250, and the mid carbide is 250 to 300. The fine carbide is 300 to 400. So these are the different variants of steel. So coming to the cast iron, the tool HSS, the tool is HSS, and in cast for the HSS tool we need 20 to 40 mm of the diameter of the cast iron. The brazed carbon is 70 to 100. For inserts is 150 150 and 135 to 225 and 175 to 270. So these are all the different variants, like steel, cast iron, brass, and aluminum. Aluminum is like the basic, is a normal usage that I did in KGTTI to produce my model. So I had to follow these specifications for the aluminum. So these are the tools, and this is the workpiece. So workpiece material was made up. My workpiece material was made up of aluminum, and these are the tools which I used in KGTTI. And I didn't use steel or cast iron. So I had to follow this specifications for my model. So feed chart, feature, work material. So again, coming here, the steel, cast iron, and brass and aluminum. Again, KGTTI uses brass and aluminum as to teach the students. So it's better to learn about this more. It's better to concentrate on aluminum more. So the cutting tool is a carbide tip. So for a brass and aluminum, the cutting tip is a carbide tip. So the carbide tip is required for any operations on aluminum or brass. So turning operation is 0.2 to 0.8 mm speed rate. So and for drilling operation is 0.2 to 0.8 mm of drilling rate of drill rate. Boring is 0.15 to 0.6 mm. So this is the interface, Fanuc control interface for the in KGTTI. This is the exact image of what control interface the KGTTI uses. Here you can see here there is a touchpad interface, a keypad, so that you can type in the program manually. And here you control the speed, uh, and cutting speed and everything. Here you control the axes, and you can just set it to auto. And then here there is a master key gives you the access, which gives you the access. The master key is something which lets you to edit the program whenever you wish. So without the master key, you cannot access the program or edit or change the program. And this is the emergency key in case something goes wrong in the CNC machine. You can immediately press the emergency button and shut down the machine. So Fanuc, so you have seen the interface. Now let me explain about all the components in the interface. So the Fanuc Fujitsu Automatics Numerical Control Oil Mat 3D. So this is the Fanuc series expansion. Fujitsu Automatic Numerical Control Oil Mat. So the power switch is right over here. I told you. Start, stop. So the power switch on numerical control is turned on when the switch pressed. So numerical control is turned on when the switch is pressed. Power switch off. Power to infinity is turned off when the button is pressed. Emergency stop. This is the emergency stop. And then the emergency stop one press if an emergency state arises during operation. By the turning of switch clockwise, the button is released for locking. So by turning it clockwise, the button is released again, so that you can do the further. If there is any mistake, then you can remove that mistake and then turn it clockwise to make it right. Edit key switch. This is the edit key switch. Automatic operation switches. The cycle start. The switches is used to slot on automatic operations, or MDI mode. MDI mode. MDI mode is an automatic start switch which starts the cycle to indicate the above switch is live during an automatic operation. So cycle stop. Cycle stop is the switch is used to temporarily stop the axis movement during an automatic operation. So a cycle stop ends the program whether you like want to perform another like from turning to drilling. If you want to switch from turning to drilling, there has to be a stop cycle for the turning operation, so that the turning tool can go back and drilling tool can make itself present for the workpiece. You have the coolant switch. When you type in a program, you also need to type in whether you want to use the coolant or not. Definitely coolant is very much required, but if you are performing like a 10-second operation, then coolant is not much required. So the coolant on button is M08. So M08 code has to be pressed in this using this. Yeah, M08. If you press that M08 into the monitor, then the coolant will be on. The code is read, and then when you press the code, it is automatic mode, and the coolant is automatically supplied. When the it is supplied when the program is run, not automatically. When you run the program, start the cycle, then the program will turn on the coolant off. So M09 turns off the coolant which you activated, which can also be written in the program as in series, or you can do separately whenever you want to turn off the coolant in the operation. Spindle switches. So the spindle switches. Uh, these are the spindle switches that I told you about. All the three are the spindle switches. The spindle switches can be rotated in clockwise, counterclockwise, or stop spinning completely. So the spindle rotates in the clockwise direction, the switch is pressed. The counterclockwise direction is also an option for the rotation if you are performing the turning operation in a different way on the other side of the workpiece. So the spindle stops when the stop switch is pressed. So this is the same interface of the Fanuc series that KGTTI uses, and these are all the parameters for the profile turning. So I have done this. I have done my course on CNC turning, but not on milling. So milling is also an option in KGTTI, and you can opt milling and turning at the same time. But there is going to be a different cost scenario for taking up both the courses, because even though you take milling and turning in KGTTI, they only give the time period for the course as 1 month. So it's better to opt one course and learn it completely, and move on to the next one. So the parameters, G71 is turning cycle. So 72 is pacing, G70 is finishing cycle. This is the last cycle that you have to type into the interface. P is starting block number, Q is ending block number, then the feed rate. W is the stock of materials in Z axis, U is the stock of material in X axis. My model using CNC turning. So this is what a spindle looks like, and this is a chuck which holds the workpiece in a very parallel position to the spindle. So it has to be very accurately parallel to the spindle. So the chuck holds it very parallel to the spindle and rotates it at 1300 rpm, or whatever desired rpm that you use, but I used 1300 rpm to run the workpiece. So here you can see the different tools which are being placed. So I used a raw material size for 40 into 100, that is a 40 diameter and 100 length. So the material is I told you I used aluminum, and the process plan I make a model of my own using the CNC machine. So in KGTTI they allow you to do whatever design that you do. First you have to execute the design using the Fanuc series in a computer, in a Windows computer. There is a Fanuc software which has been used, so you have to execute it. If the program works perfectly fine, the instructor is going to give approval for you to do it on your own using the CNC machine. If you have any doubt at any second, you can call the instructor. So I did it on my own. I created a model, then I executed in a Windows computer. Then I came to this machine and I executed the program using the following specification. First I cut the raw material to this desired specification, and then I clamped it in the chuck. As you can see here, I have clamped it in the chuck. Uh, so you have to make sure that you are extremely careful while doing anything with the CNC machine, because if anything goes wrong, there is going to be huge losses. Even the carbide tip tool, turning tool, all the tools are made up of carbide tip, so it is extremely costly. So this is the model that I have created in KGTTI. So the cycle time of the finished model and all the information that you want. So here there is taper turning. Here there is like a radius, like it is a rotational. So it is in rotational turning, and here there is again flat turning. Then here there is boring, and here there is again turning. So first what I did was I did pacing, then taper turning, then I gave a little bit of radius, then I did turning on the workpiece again, and then I gave a boring operation over here, so which is a different tool. So this all comes under one tool, but this boring operation comes under a different tool. And then the turning again, so again I used boring over here. So what I did was I wanted to change the tool in the middle of the thing, so I learned how to change the tool, from turning tool to boring tool immediately in a program. Then I came to the radius. I gave it a little bit of radius over here, then I did an operation of turning tool, and then boring again. Then um, this is the model of aluminum that I used. I have used all my expertise in the chart, using the charts to give a specific feed rate. The feed charts and the cutting speed charts have helped me to produce this model, and I have successfully completed my internship course in KGTTI, which I did it on my own. In KGTTI, it is extremely for mechanical students, and they help you to get trained. But once you go on the machine, it is left to you in what kind of model that you produce. So so for this particular model, the facing was 46 seconds. The turning was the overall turning here. So here taper turning, so turning, so all that was 5 minutes 78 seconds. The grooving that I told you, grooving operation has been done over here and here. The grooving operation is 1 minute 13 seconds. The finishing operation G70 has been taken for me at 74 seconds. So turning also includes taper turning. So don't think taper turning is not included. So turning means also includes taper turning, because taper turning is also type of turning in CNC machine. But it has a different code. So my total time for this model is 7 minutes 91 seconds. So that is what I have accomplished in 1 month. I completely learned about programming. So KGTTI helped me to learn about programming, so I can uh, help to produce my own models, creating in Fanuc series. So thank you all the faculties for watching this video. If you're still watching this video, I'm greatly enjoy, because if you're still watching this video, if you have any doubts on KGTTI, I will leave a link in the description about myself and about a website of KGTTI. So if any mechanical engineering is engineer who is in his final year or who is going to third year, so they can definitely go do your internship in KGTTI, which is located in Bangalore. I will leave a link in the description of the company KGTTI, and any mechanical engineers can go to that website and check out their equipments. And if you are interested, then you can go to KGTTI and get a 1 month internship. Okay guys, this is Harshavardhan R from Sai Ram College of Engineering signing out. If you have any doubts, please make sure you hit me up in the comment section below, and thank you everyone.